Hello, it's Martin from Remote Control Bits. Just want to show you today fitting Carisma's LED light unit into the Nissan Skyline R32. This can be either used on the M14 chassis or actually comes as a GT14 kit. You can see laid out here that there's the main LED lighting system, two screws that are supplied to replace the ones for the rear spoiler, and the two plastic pods front and rear that house the LEDs that are all pre-wired. The other bits that you will need is obviously a cross-headed screwdriver for replacing the screws on the rear spoiler, and I would just have some double-sided tape for mounting these pods and also the unit to the main chassis. Okay, first thing we need to do on the body, there are some decals for the headlights and obviously for the tail lights, and we just need to remove these 6 decals. If I just clear away, what we're actually going to do is warm up the decals with either a hot air gun or a hairdryer, and this will just soften them up so they'll peel away from the bodywork. If you want to retain these for later or for putting on another kit, if you just store them on a piece of greaseproof, that would mean that you can peel them off and reuse them. I'll clear away, get set up and show you doing the first one. So I'm just going to use a hairdryer, just warm up the decal. This should then just soften it, and you should be able to just peel an edge, and it should then come away. You don't want to get them too soft, because otherwise when you peel them away they'll actually stretch and deform, and you don't want that if you're going to reuse them. So you now see that's one of them done. Okay, so the same with the other ones. And again, just find an edge. And gently peel it off. I'll just show you a rear one. As the front, just warm them up. And you just want to find an edge. These are a little fiddlier than the front ones because they're recessed. Once you've got a little edge, they should just peel off as easily. I'll go ahead and do the last two and come back and show you installing the light pods. First thing to do is just apply some double-sided tape to the two pods. You can see on the rear there are two mountings that are going to go into the recesses of the bumper. On the front one, same as two mountings, and I like to put 2 on the top. Good trick for applying double-sided, just peel off one side and stick the corner to a knife. That then allows you to offer it up, get it in the place that you want it, remove the knife, and then it'll be on square. So just to show you on the rear one, peel the backing off, just stick it to the corner of the knife, line it up where you want it, and then just stick it down. Now we need to just remove the 2 screws that hold the rear spoiler and replace them with the 2 longer ones that are supplied in the kit. Pop a couple of turns on, that'll just secure them. Now with both new screws in, we can just peel double-sided tape off the rear. Then we're just going to slide these cutouts onto the 2 new screws. So just make sure that the screws are protruding and that plastic piece is down firm. These should then just hook up under the two screws. Once you've got them under there, what we're going to do is going to check that the lights or the LEDs are through the centre of those lenses. Once that's done, we can then stick it to the bumper before we tighten it down. So I'll go ahead and get those central. And now we can just tighten down those screws. That's the rear pod fitted, with the lights in the centre of the lenses. So for the front, no screw mounting, just these self-adhesive mountings. So just peel off the 4 pieces. Body up on its end, and what we're going to do is we're actually going to look through to make sure that the lights look correct, as you would see from outside. And you're better to stick the bottom ones onto the bumper first and then push it up to meet the top one. So once you're happy, you can then secure the top, and there you have some realistic looking headlights and some realistic tail lights. So for the LED unit, we're going to mount it on this top deck of the chassis, and you'll see I've just put a couple of bits of double-sided tape. So as we did on the light pods, just peel your backing off, pop it on a craft knife so you can offer it up where you want it, lay it down. Okay, the orientation of this, if the on-off switch is facing to the rear of the car and the plug for the LEDs is facing to the front, I found that's the best way. There are also mountings for zip ties if you prefer to zip tie it. So just peel off a double-sided tape. And then offer it up so the front's in that recess. That'll then just stick down. Now for connecting, what we actually need to do is pull the servo wire out of the speed controller. This then goes up into this light unit, and you'll see it's marked white, red and black. So the wire just goes reversed on itself and plugs in there. And the wire out of the LED unit needs to be the black pointed to the front, and you'll see on the ESC it does actually say plus and minus, and that then drops into that position. Now to mount the body up, first of all you need to just feed the antenna wire through. Once the aerial's coming through, this connector, you'll see there's actually a little raised part on one side, and that faces to the front. So just drop that in, that connects in the unit. It's worth at this point just testing that the lights have worked before you secure the body. So just turn your transmitter on, turn your speed controller on as we did before, and then we need to turn the switch on the LED unit. And we should have headlights and tail lights. Front and the rear. Really effective. I'll just show you with some of the lights off. There's the rear and the front. Okay, I hope you found this useful. Please comment or subscribe. Thanks for watching.